I'd be totally fine with you just ranting about Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and probably just including it as just completely unclipped, just as a bonus video.
Matter of fact,
The Draconus Heart Gold, Soul Silver rant.
You know what? I'll buy time from Leak right now. You know what the worst part to me? The worst part about Heart Gold, Soul Silver isn't the lazy Pokemon designs, isn't the boring story. It's the way that they don't even represent their own region. The gym leaders are ass. This is the worst set of gym leaders in any Pokemon game. I'm willing to say it's worse than Sun and Moon's gym roster. And Sun and Moon doesn't have one! But here's the thing. When I tell you, the main job of any gym leader and Elite Four and Champion, do you know what their main job is in a Pokemon game, Jake? Their
to
job
advertise the new Pokemon?
Is to rep the region. Falconer, a Pidgey, and a Pidgeotto. What's worse is that they could have done, because again, at least with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think maybe in the original games too, they introduced the day-night mechanic. Imagine how cool it would have been if like Falconer changed his team depending on when you faced him day or night. Daytime, he has Pidgeot, and Pidgeotto. Or Pidgey and Pidgeotto.
Pidgey.
If you fight him at night, he has Hoot Hoot and Noctowl.
That would have been sick.
Bugsy.
Honestly, I do wish they would
Bugsy
play with
has?
those mechanics more often.
Do you know what Bugsy has?
What?
Let's check. Because surely he would have, like, a Spinarak, or, I don't know.
Ledyba.
What about type we have? A Ledyba, a
Yanma.
Ledian, a Spinarak, a Heracross. What does he have? A Metapod, a Kakuna, and a Scyther. A Metapod, a Kakuna, and a Scyther. I'll give him the Scyther. But
yeah.
To not have, like, Spinarak? Even though, do you know what his gym is designed after?
Spinarak.
No, hold on. I'm pulling up an image. Wait, let me see. Bugsy's gym.
Are you looking at the original like Gen 2? Because I highly doubt they had all like
Bugsy's
the moving
gym puzzle.
mechanics in the original.
Ah! Would you look at that? No, I think the original was just... No, that's Whitney's.
Yeah, Whitney does the best job at repping the region.
Yeah, because she has a Miltank and she makes you remember, oh no, guess what? Even in the original, do you know what you have to walk on? You gotta walk on a thin line. But what
Obviously
made
by Spider.
You ride Spinarax to get to him. But he doesn't even have a Spinarak.
All right, now I'm thinking I don't have to wait for the sequel series. I think I can just take these bits and just like put them on a second video on the second channel.
No, Whitney. Thank God. A lot of people hate her Miltank. If they ever make a remake of if they ever make an actual real reboot / remake of Gen 3, Gen 2, I have so many improvements they can make. Whitney, keep it the same. I like her. Then you have, to me, the most insulting one of them all, Morty. Morty's the most insulting one to me. He has 4 slots on his team. Do you know how many Ghost-type Pokemon there are in total in Gen 2? By the time Gen 2 comes around, do you know how many Ghost-types
4.
there are in total? 4. Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, and Misdreavus. Do you know what Morty has on his team?
Not a Misdreavus.
Ghastly, Gengar, and 2 Haunters. It would have been so easy to switch one of those Haunters out with a Misdreavus, Jake!
Yeah. I feel like I need to stop you.
Suck.
I feel like I need to stop you just so you don't get too like heated.
No,
Like this is supposed
I'll be fine.
to be.
It's helping me vent my rage. It's helping me vent my rage so I don't take it out on the Pokemon. You have Chuck, Mr. Lifts-a-Lot. What does he have? A Primeape and a Poliwrath. What is he, a goddamn water type gym leader? Your ace is a water type fighting type? No Heracross, no Hitmontop, even though it was introduced in that game. Jasmine. I actually can't really fault Jasmine. She's a steel type gym leader, and oh wait! There is a steel type Johto Pokemon that was introduced and is new.
Steelix.
Skarmory. Skarmory.
And Fortress. And Scizor.
And Fortress. That's right. Well, Scizor's a bit more buggish than, You have Skarmory and Fortress. It's so easy. Again, I'll give props to Bryce. He had a Mamoswine. He had a Piloswine. Props to Bryce. Props to Price.
Plus, there weren't a whole lot of
Claire.
ice types that weren't.
I can't really fault Claire. She's a dragon type trainer, and there's really only one dragon type that they introduced. So at least she has the new dragon type in Kingdra. I can't really fault her. She's still a whiny baby that doesn't give you the gym badge after you beat her.
No, yeah, Claire is bad.
A sore loser.
Whitney.
And let's check the Elite Four.
Which is the same Elite Four as Gen 1.
No. The only Elite Four member that carries over to Gen 2 is Bruno. Koga is from Gen 1, but I appreciate that he's gone from a gym leader to an Elite Four. So I
and
can't
then his
really
daughter it takes over his
promotion.
Gym.
Yeah, so Will, let me ask you. How many psychic types were introduced in Gen 2?
I don't know because I'm stupid. Let me count. You have
1.
Girafarig.
2.
You have
Slowking. That's 3.
Smoochum.
That's 4.
I'm not counting Celebi because Celebi is legendary.
You have Xatu. That's 5.
Yeah.
Want to know how many Will uses?
None of those.
1. He uses 2 Xatu.
Oh.
And a Slowbro, even though they introduced Slowking.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Koga? Props to Koga. He has an Ariados a Crobat, and a Fortress for some fucking reason.
What the fuck? What? It's been way too long since I've seen anything.
The best way I can describe Bruno is, how in the Pokemon TCG, fighting type, ground types, and rock type are all the fists?
Well, no, I know he has Onyx.
Yeah. And at least he has Hitmontop.
Yeah.
Karen, she has a Vileplume and a Gengar for some reason. But dark types, there weren't that many dark types, so the best you could work with was Umbreon, Houndoom, and Murkrow. So props to Karen. I appreciate Karen. And then you have the biggest goddamn fraud of them all, Lance, the champion.
The flying type trainer.
No, here's my opinion. I had a thought. I told my friend earlier, they could have made Lance so much more memorable as a champion if they just changed a simple thing. Imagine your first time playing Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or your first time playing Gold Silver. First time ever playing it.
Okay.
Fight Lance. He send out his second Dragonite. He's on his last Pokemon. He's like, okay, is he going to send out his third Dragonite like he has in the Elite Four battle? Instead, he sends out a goddamn Tyranitar. At this point, Tyranitar is a post-game Pokemon, unless you finagle in the Safari Zone. But a lot of people probably didn't do that. So for a lot of people, this would have been their first time ever seeing a Tyranitar. It would have been so amazing. Because you're like, what is that thing? Is that Godzilla? And because you wouldn't know its typing, you think, oh, well, all of his previous Pokemon were like flying type, so I guess I should use an ice type move or an electric type move. No. Gets hit with Stone Edge.
Yeah, I mean, because at that
Lance
point he
could have
was
been
like,
so much more memorable champion if they had given him a Tyranitar instead of 3 Dragonites.
yeah, give him the next pseudo legendary.
Or give him the goddamn pseudo legendary. Because almost every other champion after that, Steven had a Metagross. And you know what I reacted to when I first saw Metagross for the first time? Holy shit, that's amazing. Cynthia pulls out a Garchomp. Oh my god, that's amazing. Alder pulling out Volcarona? What is that?
And then you've got Gita in Gen 9.
Well, in her defense, I've come to realize that Gita's champion battle in the story mode is more like a final exam than an actual champion battle.
True. Plus the whole thing
it's not meant to be hard because it's like a final exam in a school. It shouldn't be impossible for you to beat. It should actually be pretty easy for you to beat if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing against her, then you might lose. Like if you didn't study anything. But if you know your stuff, then it's easy to pass.
True.
And then I heard her rematch. Again, apparently people rematched her. She has a rematch now. And people said, oh, guess we'll rematch her. First thing she does, throws out Clamora. Oh no.
Damn. That's fantastic.
What is Gita's rematch team?
I don't know, but all I know is that plus in Gen 9, the whole champion title, it's not exactly like there's only one champion. It's a rank essentially. Like if you are
And then you get a much harder fight in Nimona after Gita.
Who Gita even says is probably that Nemona is a much better trainer than her.